things?
Yeah.
I guess calling family and friends, especially people that you're not able to see right now.
Mm-hmm.
Calling, making phone calls, connecting, like in
general.
you know, in general, right?
Yeah.
Even if you can't get together with somebody, but you can, like, say, at a safe distance, like even meet and have like a little trunk party, we call them. You know, when you can meet in your car and roll down the windows or sit in your trunk and have a coffee in the parking lot, distanced away from your family or friends.
Yeah, it definitely is all about connecting, because now, I mean, it's all about staying disconnected to keep the general public safe, but our emotional well-being and our mental health requires human connection.
Gosh, yes.
Yeah, you don't really notice it until you realize how long it's been since you've hugged somebody who's not your immediate bubble, right?
For sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, hugging, yeah.
So the question we love to ask everybody, and we've asked this since season 1 of the podcast, is the following. If you had to wave a magic wand and create your ideal classroom in 2021, what would you add or be granted that would make your students' learning experience better?
Oh gosh. Well, I would definitely add some more support in my room.
And what does that look like?
More
what does support look like?
Support. I do have an amazing EA in my classroom.
Yeah, we're lucky, aren't we?
I would want more EAs in my classroom. In this particular classroom, it's extremely challenging. I would need at least 2 more EAs to try to support all the kids' needs. Mm-hmm. So I would definitely, that magic wand could pop me a couple more EAs. It would be lovely. Mm-hmm. I would like maybe even less students in the classrooms so that we could really focus and have some more one-on-ones or even more smaller group settings for literacy work or math work. Technology would be lovely. Proper working technology.
That is maintained.
And
can print.
And can print, yes. Students could print with. That would be lovely because, especially in the upper intermediates,
definitely.
80% of my teaching is supposed to be inquiry-based. So that means that they do a lot of learning on technology where I just sort of guide them and I'm there to support them. So technology is a big piece. In fact, I've actually begged and implored people to bring their own technology from home because sometimes our technology is not working properly or being cooperative.
Yeah.
So, what else would I want? I don't know what else I would really want. I mean, those are like, I guess updated resources would be kind of nice. Like more resources.
Yeah.
Because I do go out and sort of have to find all my own things and create my own, units, lessons.
Yeah.
Try and accomplish meeting the variety of needs. Can be a real struggle sometimes to adapt and meet all the students' needs.
Yeah, definitely.
So resources.
Yeah.
Definitely more support with EAs in the classroom, more teachers in classrooms, more resource teachers to be able to support the classrooms and the students. I also have a fabulous resource teacher, so I'm super happy with the team that we work together to help the kids. But
I always like to say
I definitely go home absolutely exhausted every day.
Yeah. I always like to say at this point, too, when I'm speaking to teachers, that the mental health aspect is also a really big one. And I always feel the need to push a little bit when recording interviews and stuff like this, that there are not enough counselors in schools to meet the needs of the students. So, I feel like that's always a benefit, right? Like everybody can benefit from having that.
That's something actually that I keep pushing for, and I'm going to keep pushing for, and hopefully one day be able to bring my my rah rally point to the BCTF, that I strongly believe that every elementary school needs a full-time counselor.
Yeah, I agree.
Having a counselor one day a week, it does not...
Sort of pitiful, isn't it?
Does not meet the students' needs. It's
Agreed.
incredible. I don't even know their stress level and how they can manage, honestly. But, if you're able to reach out and teach young children strategies that they can use at a young age.
It's preventative, right? It's preventative measure.
Then they will know those measures as they age and move into high school, less likely to need continued support when they reach high school or their older years. Mm-hmm. And they'll be able to, adapt and understand and their coping and what they need.
Yeah.
So, oh my gosh, that's one of my big things I'm going to keep working toward.
Mm-hmm. Well, I don't think you're alone in that.
But I can't stress enough, especially with all these impacts of COVID and unfortunately, we're going to, even though once everybody is vaccinated and our numbers diminish and decrease in people actually dealing with COVID, we're going to have years of dealing with the COVID downfall or the implications around COVID, because people have lost their jobs, people have shut down their businesses, people have had to sell things and can't work for their own health and safety or the health and safety of their kids.
Yeah. And I think a lot of parents are in survival mode right now.
Oh,
I mean, I won't say all of them, but a lot of parents are in survival mode. And how can a child, an impressionable child, how can they not pick up on the stress that their families are having? So that's bound to have an effect on the way that they learn. And I think you're right. I think the mental health implications are going to be much more long-standing.
Yeah.
And you talked a little bit about the mental health professionals. Like how are they coping? The counselors that come to our schools, they're in a different school every single day. They've got how many kids under their caseloads, and hopefully they're seeing their counselors to help deal with this enormous amount of stress and pressures, and it's just not enough. We need more. That's definitely a support that I think that quite a few schools and districts out there really need to reevaluate, for sure, because it's all about prevention, right?
Exactly.
It's all about catching it early.
Exactly.
Well, on that note, I would like for you to think about something that made you smile this week, and I would like you to share that with our listeners, please.
I think I'm going to say that you made me smile. Actually, you did make me smile, and also I will, just because you've shared we've been in the BC Teachers Federation annual general meeting for 4 days.
We have indeed.
So you've made me smile quite a bit through that.
It's been good doing it together.
Yeah.
I'm grateful we're in each other's safe bubbles.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And I will say, I almost forgot, my daughter made me smile this week. She brought home my favorite color, purple, flowers for me. Just out of the blue.
What a doll.
So that was something that made me smile.
It's true, I saw you smile. It did make you smile. Do you have a colleague shout out or a little tidbit that you want to share about a colleague at work? Something that's...
I guess that's... Yeah, that can be kind of related too, that made me smile, because I have... there's 3 students in my classroom who really struggle with... forming their letters, struggling spellers, for a variety of reasons. And being in grade 6-7, I don't really teach how to form letters. So I went to my colleague, my good friend, Jenny, and she's a kindergarten teacher, and she was able to share with me how to teach them to form these letters.
She's an incredible resource, Jenny.
So they
I previously interviewed her in season 1. Yeah.
There you go. That's right.
Yeah.
So she, I would do a shout out to Jenny for sure. That was a nice big help for me, and it's working perfectly what she's taught me to teach them.
That's awesome. We have quite a collaborative staff, don't we?
Yes.
Our staff is
we are there for each other.
We really are, in more ways than just, academics and...
Oh gosh, yeah.
We're,
well, you're my family.
Yeah.
All you guys are my family. Yeah. My work family.
I can't wait till we can party hardy again
My
together.
work family. Yeah, I know. Christmas parties.
Thank you, Shannon.
You are welcome.
I really
Thank
appreciate
you.
your insight, and thank you everybody for listening to this episode, and please keep listening to some more incredible stories that are being brought to you by the Teachers of BC podcast. Thank you so much, and I hope you guys are all doing well.